Good morning, everyone. It is February 9th, Thursday. We have tonight's earnings. We have PayPal, Lyft, Expedia, Bloom, Crude. Crude seen some follow through yesterday, pushed up. Bonds are still not doing anything. Gold's still bear flagging. You can see Bitcoin here rounding the top, really starting to lose this 9 and 20. Really wants to pull back here. VIX still in that downtrend. The dollar still flagging. It's flagging into the 9. It's back below the 50 this morning. Not confirmed below the 50. We got to watch to see if it pushes off that 9. Oscillators negative 43. Nasdaq negative 67. New York Stock Exchange. Plenty of room to move in either direction. Put the call still hanging out in that neutral zone at 90. Advanced decline lines broke down. They broke below our 9 moving average. Breath is down. So the market is up this morning. I can't find any real reasons. This is just what the market does. That's why I don't hold overnight. This is the exact reason. The Chinese market is up, and I've seen some comments about COVID. That's the only thing that I can see. So let's go start with our levels. You can see the SPY. We have gapped up nicely here. Let's turn these moving averages off. So our first level of interest is 414.26, 412.29, 4903 if we snatch. Remember, yesterday's highs and lows. The previous day's highs and lows are always big levels. If we decide to push today, 414.76, let's go out a little bit. 419.60. Remember, there's a gap up there above that 419.60, so we keep that in mind. We get above there, maybe we can get a gap fill. Looks like we're going to have a gap today, so we can always pull back, maybe fill this gap today. Either way, we watch the gap, see how we trade. Once again, there's no real reason that we're up, and the market doesn't need any real reason to move. This is just what the market does, and there's not always a real credible reason why the market's moving. So we had some earnings last night. Let's start with Disney. So Disney made this nice move up, pushed right into the 122.46. So let's go into the intraday. If we can take out the 122.46, we can push. Disney has a bad habit of not pushing on earnings, having a good earnings, and then selling on it. So we'll see. In their earnings, they did do job cuts. Talked about job cuts, a lot of cost cutting. The overall the report wasn't bad, considering everything that's going on. So you can see here on the daily, we're up here. Look for, if we take this level out, look for resistance here in this 124.93 area. Going to go ahead and draw a line there. We'll keep an eye on it. If it gets tested, we'll lock it in. So we'll look for those levels. Let's go to Afrm. Afrm's report was terrible. Talked about cost cutting as well. There's a bunch of downgrades on this one. A lot of analysis, analysis action this morning, upgrades and downgrades. So you can see Afrm here holding in 1268. We want to keep an eye on that. If we can take out 1364, look for a push up. 1517, then 1680. That would be a big move. I don't think I have anything else to the downside, and I don't. So if we lose that, we'll put a line here. If we lose that area, we have this nice little flag right there. So we're going to look for 1226 if we continue to pull back today. And you have another flag right here at 1149. I guess we go ahead and put a line in there too. And as always, these are test lines. We got to make sure we get some test on those lines before we change the color of them. Hood, I really didn't look into these earnings at all. So there was one upgrade on it. And you can see, let's go intraday. You can see we gapped up to 1117. We take that out, we'll look for a move up. If we pull back, yesterday's high will be the first level we'll look for support. Yesterday's low. So I don't have a lot of levels here, but we're going to go ahead and put a line in here. You can see we have quite a few touch points, so we're going to go ahead and turn this one a different color. we'll lock that in. So we definitely want to keep an eye on Hood today. Wynn also reported earnings. So Wynn, the report wasn't bad. They did lose money, but considering in this market, a lot of these don't get good volume. I talked about this while we were looking for trades while earnings were being reported last night. Wynn does not get a lot of volume in the earnings move. You can see we gapped up here at 109.62. Look for 107. So if you go into the intraday here, you can see the initial pop up. So this was the move last night, 107.94, and then we gapped up again in pre-market. So you can see I put those two lines there. I also want to throw a line in here at yesterday's high, just to give me an idea. I want to back this down. You can see right here we got a touch point on Thursday, and this is where we pushed up then flagged back too. So, but we are going to change this color just for a test for now. So if we take out 109.63, look for a move up. 107.94 would be your level of support. Then 103.93, that would be a pretty big move for Wynn. MGM also reported. So MGM is doing a $2 billion buyback. The report was okay. You can see we had a nice move up here as well. You can tell just by looking at those candles, there's just not a lot of volume there. Once again, we'll throw a line right here, the initials earnings move, and we're going to throw another one just like we got on Wynn. We'll throw another one here for the initials earnings move, and then a gap up this morning. You can see a nice gap up this morning as well. So we also have Pepsi reported this morning. Pepsi inflation issues. So they are having some issues with inflation. You can see a nice move on that one. Another one that reported was Hilton, HLT. Hilton had a great report. Great quarter for them. You can see gap up there. No volume on that. But those names are tradable. They're slower moving. Check your liquidity. I know Hilton does not have a lot of liquidity. It may not be a very good options name. Let's go to Tesla. We've been talking about Tesla. And of course the Discord, Tesla was in our 2023 market outlook. So if you're in a Discord, you've made money on Tesla. That's awesome. 209.81 is resistance. We got right up into this. They have news about their China numbers. So it looks like the Model 3 retail sales in January were up 327% from year over year. So we can see, we picked up some numbers yesterday, so we've seen some mixed reports out of China, but we can tell that the cost cutting that they're doing is working, and they are selling more cars. So let's go to Microsoft. Microsoft has made a nice move here in pre-market as well. Let's keep an eye on this one. I want to throw another line in here on Microsoft. I'd like to have something. This is just a test line. We'll straighten that out later. It's close. It's close. All right, so let's go to NVIDIA. It's been another strong name. You can see NVIDIA's gapped up nicely. 225.93 is your first level of interest there. If we take that out, looking for a move up. If we do take that out, look for a move yesterday's high. See if we get rejected there. If we pull back today, you can look for a move down to yesterday's low. Watch these gaps. Look for gap fills. That's about all I got today. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you in the trading room. Please remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading.